Testing one, two, three, waiting for the official word. We may already be live, we may not. Haven't gotten the official go ahead from the old Facebook, whatever they call this video creator thing. There you go. We are live. Welcome to Direct Mail Monday, June 27th, 2022. Steve Sipress here. Received this piece recently. Well, it's addressed to my wife or current resident, my beautiful wife Michelle. But see if you can spot the issue here. Now, I understand it's for a retail furniture store, and a retail furniture store is a visual business. You want to be visually appealing. Certain industries, visual appeal is important. Fashion, furniture, hair salons, being visual appealing is important. But the question is, should you sacrifice results for visual appeal? And my answer is not necessary, right? I'm famous for a saying, I say it all the time. You'll hear me if you follow along here, that I live in an and world, not an or world. I don't believe in choosing between boosting results or boosting the aesthetics, the visual appeal of the design of your piece, whether it's an ad, online, offline, a postcard, anything at all. Today, Direct Mail Monday, I use a piece of mail as the teaching example, but this could be an online ad or a Instagram or a Pinterest post or anything at all. It's visually appealing. Here we have the woman with the colorful background. She's sitting on a nice comfy couch and she's enjoying her time and reading. There's a nice little hutch there, kind of thing. Can you see the offer? I mean, we see the name and logo of the company at the top. That's a mistake, but it could be forgiven if at least they have the offer really clear and big and bold at the top, and you probably see here it is, $50. That's the details are. It says bring this card into the store for an additional $50 off. So additional $50. Oh wait, I see it here. There it is, 60. So it's an additional $50 off. And now I see it. It stands out because it's orange letters at the bottom corner for some reason, but it's orange letters which match the wall here. Again, I understand the visual appeal. The graph, I've been there for years working with these graphic artists putting together the ads. They hate me. They hate putting together my ads. They're like, oh, your ads violate all the rules of good graphic design. They don't look good and they don't look nice. I'm like, yeah, but you know what's important? That my clients make money. So sure, the visual appeal is important, but not at the expense of making money of the results. So here the 60, oh, we've got the same orange color, I'm sure, with the whatever software they use. They pulled out a speck of this and they said that's the exact color I want. Okay, so it looks nice. You can see the 60, but what does that really say? Well, if I hold it up close, you can see it says 60 months. What the heck is that? What do you mean 60 months? Oh, wait, you mean, what's this? There's some more orange here that you can barely see that I absolutely did not see. And you've been looking at this for, I don't know, a couple of minutes or so. Like maybe, did you see it? If I hold it up really close, in other words, if you took this piece and you went, ooh, I see, which, by the way, your recipients of your message offline, better chance that they'll do that, but it's not likely because they're not getting a lot of mail. Most business owners are not smart enough to use direct mail these days. Mailboxes are empty. You get all the attention. They go online where people are scrolling through their Facebook or their Instagram feed or whatever, and like, whoa, it's a blur, or they want to get through the ad on the YouTube and get back to the video, or the Google AdWords, they skim right by them and go to they're tuning out the ads online, but everyone, oh, I want to do online, I want to do online. That's the holy grail. Like, well, sure. I mean, it all works. Again, I live in an and world, not an or world. You can make it all work, but nothing easier than direct mail. However, look at that. This is not going to stop the scroll, as they say in social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever it is. As you're scrolling, you see 60 months, you see an additional 50, even 50. I mean, by the way, the fine print on the back says in store only with a purchase of $499 or more. So, it's 10% off. It's not a big deal. $50 off. I mean, this couch, this lamp with the table and whatever, that's $50 off. Not a big deal on a couple of $1,000 worth of furniture, right? So that doesn't stop the scroll. And when you got the piece in your hand, it doesn't make you stop and say, I gotta look at this thing. I gotta check it out. I got to tell you, the way I saw what the offer is when I flipped over the postcard. Real clear on the other side. Boom. Now is it clear? 0% interest for 60 months plus an additional $50 off when you bring it into the store. That's real clear. And they still have the furniture. Now, is this furniture photo as visually appealing? Well, no. First of all, there's no visually appealing, beautiful blonde bombshell model in it with a cat and all that. But more importantly, there's not all the colors. Why? Because I don't know, did a different person design the front and the back? The person designed the back said, hey, we want to make money. We want to get results. That photo looks good enough. They can tell it must be a nice couch, whatever. Like, but man, 0% interest for 60 months, especially right now, pretty timely right now. Interest rates going up. They've been boosted like 3 times in the last whatever, and they say they're boosting them another 7 or 8 or 10 or 12 times over the next year or two as the recession lengthens and gets tougher and tougher and inflation gets more out of control. I know, hard to believe, but it's going to get more out of control, and we are going to be in a recession if we're not already in one. So interest rates going up, this gets attention. 0% back when interest was 1.9, 2.9%, not as big a deal now that it's 6%. It's going to 8, going to 9, going to 10, 0%. I can lock that in for 5 years. That's pretty cool. Now, if you look carefully on the front, oh, guess what? There it is. It does say 0% interest for 60 months. But again, as I pull it out, as it was when I looked at it, like you can barely see it. So that's the lesson today on Direct Mail Monday is this front of this postcard is sacrificing the results. They are making the offer nearly impossible to see. You really have to look closely. And again, people are not going to, your piece, you're going to look closely. You get this back from the printer and you're like, oh, yeah, I see it right there. 0%. Your customers or your prospects, not even your customers yet, they're not going to look that closely. They got other things to do, don't you? Do you look very closely at every billboard you pass on the highway? And every ad as you scroll through your feed? Do you look at every ad on Facebook? Do you look at every spam email and read every one of them that hits your email? I mean, no matter what you're going to say, you ignore probably 99% of ads you see. You got them through a newspaper or a magazine. Do you stop and look at every single ad? Now I know some of the fashion magazines, like My Beautiful Wife Michelle, like that's the point of getting them, or these wedding magazines. The point is the ads, right? But otherwise, are you really? Do you really think, or you really want to cause your prospects to have to look really carefully? I mean, you've put together a great offer, 0% interest for 60 months. Again, that's topical. It's on people's mind. It's going to get better and better as the interest rates go up. Zero is going to, I was going to say seem, but it's actually going to be lower and lower compared to the going interest rate that they're paying for everything else. So while inflation is going out of control everywhere, interest rates are going up everywhere. Not here. Not if you keep that 0% for 60 months. But here they're sacrificing, they're making it look nice instead of blasting right here in black on the orange background, 0% interest for 60 months. And then put the logo down here. That's what I would do out of several other things also to vastly improve the response to this ad. They do the smart thing of having the offer on the back also, but not everyone's flipping it over. I could have just said like, I don't get it, 50% off. What? Oh, I can barely. Oh, what? And just oh yeah, she looks good. It's a model on a couch. We're gonna toss it, right? But this hits you in the face. Boom, 0% for 60 months. Good deal. Credit card rates are probably already going up, 8, 9, 12, 15, 18%, whatever. 0% for 60 months. That's looking pretty good. So that's the lesson today. What they did on the back, should have done it on the front. Make sure they got black on a white background. Can you make more sure that people see the offer? It's the biggest thing. It's at the top. It's black on a white background. They are making absolutely sure you see that offer. Here, they seem not to care. They're almost making sure you don't see it. They're putting it orange on gray or orange on, I don't know, some confusing color in the bottom corner. It's almost like they're trying their hardest to make sure you don't see it. I mean, it's big, but it's in the bottom corner, and there's again, this look at it. Even though I know it's there, the 0%. Can't really see it. Big mistake by a big company. So don't feel so bad. You're being a small business owner. You should be if you're watching my videos that you make mistakes. Generally, it's not your fault. It is now that you've seen my videos, that you know you can go to helpfromsteve.com and get on my calendar, and we'll do a quick 15-minute call and help you out even more, point you in the right direction towards some right resources. Now, if you don't do the right things, it's your fault. And you can go back through wherever you're watching this, reading it, listening to it. If it's on my blog, you can go back through Direct Mail Mondays or any other days of the week. You can go back on YouTube. You can go back on Twitter. Well, I've only been back on Twitter about a month. You can go back on Facebook, go back on LinkedIn, wherever you're seeing this or listening to or reading it. You can go back. It is now, wasn't before your fault. You didn't know. And you think, well, Ashley, big company, they ought to know what they're doing. Yeah, I'll give you a hint. It's very likely the person that did this has a master's degree or at least an undergraduate degree in marketing for some prestigious school. And they go, oh, see, that person knows what they're doing. Well, obviously not, as we've gone through this video. Now, it's very clear that whoever designed the front does not know what they're doing. Whoever designed the back, much better job. Front doesn't know what they're doing. I don't care how many degrees in the world, they don't know what they're doing. And small business owners, we all know that, right? So as the government says, oh, I got to forgive the student loans of this person who doesn't know what they're doing, so their student time in college was practically a complete waste. And like now we, with our tax dollars, have to pay for this person's college education, whereas we got to work and we produced goods and services and we provided for our community and for the public at large. And we're contributing while they spent 4 years not contributing, coming out and sucking at creating a postcard. So that's it for Direct Mail Monday today. Please don't copy the big companies just because they're big. They still can make big mistakes like that one today. Hopefully, you never again make a mistake like that. And again, if you want some more help, you can actually go right to mymilliondollarad.com, mymilliondollarad.com. That's where I show you all the key principles, the wow strategy of how to make your advertising work, how to improve the results by 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100 times. I've gotten all kinds of success stories over the decades of people that have gone from losing money to making a killing on their ads. You ought to be doing that too. And that'll do it for Direct Mail Monday. June 27th, 2022. Thanks for being here today. Thanks for watching on the replay, and I'll catch you back here tomorrow. On Topical Tuesday, thanks for being here with me today. Hope you got a lot out of it. Over and out.